So we've got some Iron Maiden. So still the high score on Iron Maiden is still close to 300 million points. It's pretty exciting. How's everybody doing today? You guys doing all right? So we just met with Jerry F. Kroboth. I played him quite a bit in this in tournaments and whatnot. He's a great guy. Him and his dad actually both competitively play, which is awesome. You should always play more pinball, in my opinion. And get your parents into it. Hopefully they play with you, or you play by yourself and they come and watch you play. Whatever the case may be, make sure you're playing more pinball. And as always, if you don't already follow us here on Twitch, make sure you're following us. You can also head over to our website, regionalpinball.com, and you can find all of the rest of our social media. We had talked about our interview with Jersey Jack earlier today. So make sure that you guys are checking that out if you're interested in seeing some of those things. So, Iron Maiden. We've got Fear of the Dark currently going, which, oddly enough, that animation, the guy walking in the dark, you can kind of see there, that is actually modeled off of Keith Elwin himself, who is the designer of this particular game. He whitewooded this one out to be Archer, and then Stern picked it up, and now it's Iron Maiden. So hopefully we still see an Archer come through here at some point. That would be super exciting. But, so, Pinfest, Allentown, this is the tournament. It is a Stern Pro Circuit tournament, which is super exciting. First time for this show, I should say, that it's a Stern Pro Circuit event, and it's brought everybody out of the woodworks to come play pinball, and I can't tell you if I couldn't be more excited about that. So, right now, let's see, who do we have up? So, we just watched Dennis play on Iron Maiden, which is super exciting, and we're gonna have, let's see what else we got. I think we have somebody down on Fireball. I can't tell if we have anybody down on Elvira, but we're going to have Bob Choate up on Iron Maiden. Let's watch him. He's currently in the top running for this particular tournament. Bob is an amazing player. He's smoked me every time I've had to play him, but he's such a nice guy, which, you know, it's kind of that double-edged sword with pinball players, is that everybody is so friggin' nice, but they just murder you on these games. So you want to dislike them because they're so good at pinball and you're so bad at it, but you can't because they're just such nice people. So we got Bob up. He's currently got 1.2 million points. He's trying to see what he can do. He currently is, he's got the grand champion score on this at Pinball Gallery at 300, almost 400 million points. So he knows what he's doing and is hopefully able to dethrone Bo and Cairns. Not that I don't want Bowen to win, but it'd be nice to have somebody, you know, upset the rankings a little bit. It makes for good competition. So, Bob Choate up on Iron Maiden. He's got an unfortunate left lane drain there. That always sucks. All right. He's up again. All right, he does a full plunge. He almost hits the super skill shot. So I don't know if you saw, he was holding the left flipper down when he plunged, which will, unlike the normal skill shot, it'll allow you to plunge the ball up and around to that upper left flipper, and then if you can get it directly into that channel, you will get the super skill shot, but he was not able to pull that off. So he's got 2 times playfield multiplier ready. He has not activated it yet. He just got a sarcophagus lock, that's exciting. He's got some orbs lit, so he's getting into Fear of the Dark, which is hit the purple shots and then hit the spinners. The spinners will light up gold. Great ball control here, shown by, oh man, and I feel like I just jinxed him. So that's Bob, ending ball 2 with 6.1 million points. There it is. Oh, was not able to get the super skill shot on that time either. He saves it from going out, gains control of it on the right flipper, and up the left orbit. Yeah, absolutely, Lime. And the other one, we actually made a koozie of it. It says, save money, play better, which is also a real thing. So, save some money the more you play. So Bob Choate ends with 6 million points. That's actually, that's upsetting. I'm sure Bob is not feeling too great after that one. But let's see what else we've got. We've got somebody over there playing some Elvira, but we've got what looks like Dennis hopping up to play some Iron Maiden. He's rocking his Lion Man Rage Till Pinball t-shirt, which is always an awesome thing. I've run into a bunch of people here who have our shirts that I've never met before, and I'm like, hey, how'd you get our shirts? And they end up finding us on Instagram or whatnot and picking it up. That's humbling to me. I love it. So, we got Dennis up here. Dennis is a great player. Got a danger, though. He's going to let that machine sit for a minute so you see him drop off his hands. So, what's he going to do now? Up the upper loop, or upper orbit, I should say. Good save there. So one more shot and he'll have Eddie lit and he can start a mode, but unfortunately it bounces off of that sling and straight out that out lane. That's unfortunate, man. I hate when that happens. But, so this Iron Maiden was actually given to us, not given to us, but lended to us from the Game Exchange of Colorado. They're one of our premier sponsors here of the Pinfest tournament. Those guys are great. They gave us this Iron Maiden Pro for the tournament, and we just want to really make sure that we're thanking them. So if you're in the Colorado area or you're interested in a game, I'm sure they service everywhere. Make sure you hit up Colorado Game Exchange. Those guys are great. Also want to do a couple more shout outs here. So Rage Tilt, of course, we're doing the stream, and we are also a sponsor at that platinum or whatever level of the tournament, and we're doing this for you guys. So we actually hooked up a bunch of the technology. That's our input for this. We have a bunch of people that gave some cash for some of the prizes, and those people are Pinball Gallery, Pin Crossing. We've got Pinball Star Amusements. We're going to see if we can have Joe Newhart come over and hang out for a little bit. He's going to tell you about all the things that he's got going on over there. His booth here, he's got the Bo and Karen's is Alice Cooper's Nightmare Castle. We've also got Rock Fantasy. They're a huge sponsor. Rock Fantasy and the guy Steven, we did an interview with him yesterday. He's an amazing guy, and he actually invited Matt and I up to do the live stream from their Iron Maiden party in Memorial Day. There you go. So we're going to be doing that. We've also got Titan Pinball, Modern Pinball New York City, Pincades, Lure Mods, and Back Alley Creations. And we've also got Railroad Street and the Game Exchange of Colorado, of course. Another thing, this is a Stern Pro Circuit event. So we have Stern sponsorship, which is awesome. So this is an IPA sanctioned event, obviously, and we've got some serious heat here. So let's look at the standings as they are right now. Let's switch over to that, and standings. All right, so Bo and Karen still number 1. Eric Wagensonner, number 2. We've got Jason Zoller, number 3. Alberto Santana, number 4. Eric Russell, number 5. Steve Bowden in 6th. Bob Choate in 7th. Steve Zoller, father-son team there, in number 8th. We've got Elliot Keith in 9th, CJ Smith in 10th, Ken Rossi in 11th, tied with John Hurd. We've got Adam McKinney in 13th, Levi Naiman in 14th, Nathaniel Gibson in 15th, and Lewis Bevins in 16th. They actually bumped out Jay Robinson. He is now in 17th. So that is where we are with that. Let's take a look at some of the high scores. How's that sound? We'll go through each one of these. So countdown. Current high score on countdown is 439,120 points. Interflip Dragon, we've got Jason Mawson with 1,137,800 points. We've got 8 Ball with Lindsay Rhodes at 337,910 points. We've got Elvira Party Monster with Jason Zoller still in number 1 with 9.2 million. We've got Adam McKinney not far behind with 9.175 million points. Fireball 2, we've got Eric Russell at 2.2 million. We've got Future Spa with Agan Wagensonner at 412,150. We've got Harlem Globetrotters with Bob Choate at 763,000 still. Iron Maiden, of course, we've got Bo and Cairns with 297 million. And actually, seeing this, we've got Chad Hastings up in number 2 with 162 million. That's awesome. Chad Hastings might be swinging by to talk with us about First State Flippers Pinball out of the state of Delaware and all the work that he's been doing there. It's great stuff. So if you're in the Delaware area, make sure you're tuning in and go onto Facebook and find the First State Flippers. You won't be sad. They've got a ton of events coming up out of Delaware. Let's see. So Mars God of War, we've got Frank Ramiro with 1.2 million. Let's see. Monster Bash at Bo and Cairns again with 100 million points. And Jason Zoller coming in second with 62 million. On Nitro Ground Shaker, we have Elliot Keith with 769,000 points. We've got Pinball Pool with Sunshine Bond currently leading that one with 859,000 points. We've got the Flintstones with Lewis Bevins at 867 million points. We've got Theater of Magic. We've got CJ Smith with 1.5 billion points. Bo and Cairns coming in second with 1.4 billion points. On Tommy, we have Steve Bowden is winning on Tommy with 567 million points. On Transformers LE, we have Elliot Keith with 27 million points. And on Wildfire, we have Ken Rossi at 630,000 points. So let's go live back to Iron Maiden. And currently we don't have anybody playing Iron Maiden, but I see a little kid playing Harlem Globetrotters, and we always want to show the kids playing pinball. So let's switch over to Globetrotters real quick and see what we've got going on there, and if we can catch the kid playing. All right, so doesn't look, no, he just finished. Dang it, I missed him. That's okay. Always like to show the kids playing on the pinball. So what do we got here? Yep. Okay. We can figure that out. I don't want to buy them yet. We're looking at displays for our Bobby Orr. We want to switch Bobby Orr to blue displays and not the normal amber colored or orange displays that we typically have. So, all right. Let's see, what do we have? We have Bob Choate, which looks like he might be on... What is that? It looks like he might be on Elvira. Let's switch over to Elvira and we'll get Bob Choate on here and see what we can do there. Let's make sure that's actually him playing. It looks like it, but we're catching him on ball 3, so let's see if we can tune in quick and watch him finish up ball 3. So the current high score on this one is 9.2 million, held by the Zollers, and it looks like we just caught the tail end of it. Darn it! One day we will see some people playing some pinball. So he just ends with 2 million points. Nothing too bad, but nothing to write home about either. So it looks like somebody is playing, we got somebody up on Iron Maiden, so we can switch back to there. Let's do that real quick. Luckily we can easily switch between all of these, so let's go, Iron Maiden. And let's see what Dennis is able to do on Iron Maiden. So it looks like he's on ball 2 with 3 million points. The keys are moving around, which allows me to see that actual ball. So let's see what he's able to do here. So battle is lit and he drains, dang it. And that actually looked like it might have been ball 3. So he is now done on Iron Maiden. We have somebody else up on Elvira though. So let's switch over to Elvira. Oh, sorry. Let's switch over to Elvira and see what we've got there. So let's go Elvira, open, there we go. All right. So let's see what, I don't know this gentleman's name, but we're gonna call him Blue Hat, gentleman in the blue hat. Kind gentleman in the blue hat, up on Elvira here. So we're at ball 1 where we've got 79,000 points, 84,000 now. So the only thing that I know about Elvira is you want to hit that left shot and lock that ball. But let's see what he's able to do. So he's got the monster slide. He's getting those ramps back and forth. You get them over and over again, and it starts to give you a bunch of points. I do know that much. Still ball 1 though. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Post pass to the right flipper and straight up into that lock shot. That's exciting. Well, we got a tournament announcement.
Given the number of participants in today's event, the A Division cut line is now 17 people. 17 people are now making A Division. Top 3 still make the rest of the event, still make other finals.
All right, so top 17 here out of hundreds are going to be in A Division. So let me see how many people we actually have. So we've got 161 people who have played games here. It's insane. That's absolutely insane. With the match play event that was on free play yesterday, we had 103 people. We've got this guy who's running the show. Come on and talk with us, Corey.
Hello.
So I just pulled up the standings, and on the standings, 161 people have played games here
161 people have played games, and I actually had to go just have a phone call with Josh Sharp, head of the IFPA, to clarify, because there's the difference between the people who can be submitted to IFPA meet the minimum game requirements, and for us it's 50% 2 games that they have to play.
Okay.
If you have the standings up, again, we have a couple people who have only played 1 game, so I needed clarity from him. We have to take more people into A Division finals, 10%, assuming we have to take at least 10% of people into finals. and I was trying to get clarity from him. For people who haven't played the minimum requirements, do they count? He says they do.
Oh, okay.
So sorry.
Right, that's exciting. No, that's awesome.
But now we've expanded, so now 17th is the cut line. So Jay Robinson, fellow co-organizer of the event, has now snuck his way in.
Well, we were talking that we saw, Steve Bowden and Eric and all these guys bumped him out.
Yep.
Steve's been crushing it this morning.
Yep.
Because he was in 51st, I think, by the end of yesterday because he was doing a match play
Yep.
event. So they all bumped Jay, but Jay's right back up there, and it looks like now Sunshine has just been knocked out of that first
knocked out of the first spot there. So what will happen is at the moment 16 versus 17 in a one-game playoff.
Okay.
The winner moves on to A division. The loser falls down to B division, but everyone still gets to play in a final.
So does that player then have top seed in B division?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And if we have to expand the cut line more, we'll have a couple play-in
And
games,
where does B division cut off then?
B division still cuts off at 24.
At 24.
Yep.
Okay.
And
All right.
so
that's
B,
actually...
C, D, and E, all like the next 8 going down
All right.
until we get to 48, and 48 will win some sort of prizes today.
Okay.
So.
All right, that's awesome. So there's an A, B, C division as well?
A, B, C, D, E.
There we go. All right, and then there's also kids too, correct?
There's a kids event. The top 4 kids qualifiers will play a one-game match at 1:30.
Okay. All right, so they will be under camera?
They will be under camera. We're going to put them on one of the camera
Awesome.
games. So
very awesome. So we'll have some kids finals starting at 1:30.
This actually, if I open this.
We've got some trophies here being unboxed next to us. That's always exciting. Being able to take a look at that.
This belongs to Beck Gussler, actually, so we'll have to make sure that she gets this. For the Philip Pinball Finals,
that's right.
We had the wrong label on the trophy,
That's right.
So this one needs to go to Beck.
That's exciting.
So I'm going to leave this with you, so that
Okay.
you can hand to Beck and she can fix her own trophy.
There we go.
Excellent.
The tape didn't do it last time.
I messed that one up too. No, this one, that can go back in there. So.
All right,
cool.
So which one is the trophy for first place today? Do we have another glass trophy?
We have glass trophies, first, second, third, and fourth all get glass trophies.
And that's A division.
A division.
That's
yep.
exciting.
Right.
What's the cash prize? So I saw some people were upset that we didn't put all of the information about what the cash prizes were and what the payouts were.
Well, it's all based on percentages. So in the rules document, it is actually listed there for percentages.
Okay.
So we don't know what those are yet because we have to finish tallying up the expenses.
All right. Well, there you go.
But if you look on the rules document, we do have the percentages that are going to each division.
Okay.
And then subsequently within that, each of the percentages for how you place 1 through 8th or 1 through 16th within the context of your division.
All right.
But the way that we purposely set it up this year is if you make your division, that's a tier. Everyone within that tier gets a certain amount of money. First and second within the division get a little bit extra.
Okay.
So that's the idea. So if you're 3rd through 8th, hey, you walk away with the same amount of money.
That's
and then
exciting.
first and second get a little bit extra. Plus we have some nice trophies for first and second in each of the divisions.
Awesome. So everybody walks away with a little bit of cash.
If you're
it's
in
not
the top,
just going to the top.
If you're
That's
not,
nice.
if you're in the top 48, last year top 8 got money. This year top 48 are getting money.
That's
this
fantastic.
year. So we've got lots of prizes. You've had the various different sponsors on during the course of the show here, and like we've got all sorts of cool stuff that we're giving away to people in all the brackets.
That's very exciting.
Cool.
That's very exciting.
I'm gonna make sure nothing's on fire.
Go to it, buddy.
Thank you, everyone.
Huge shout out to Corey here. He's the one who's been sweating and crying and trying to get this whole thing under wraps and make sure that this show runs smooth. So if you see Corey out and about, make sure you say thank you to him. He's great and instrumental for doing this. We've also got our C Division trophies, which are little cows. They say C Division main event finalists. So cows, you gotta love that. I absolutely love everything that's going on this weekend. You guys have been great on the internet. How you doing, Nathaniel? We've got Nathaniel back there. This is one of the most successful shows that I've dealt with, and I am so excited.